What's going on, everyone? So, with Adou Thiero now getting just quality minutes, and not quality minutes, but like getting some minutes, right? He was the first sub off the bench in the Celtics game, and he really earned that in the previous game, the Toronto game. He was really good in the Toronto game, had a couple great sequences. Steal, offensive rebound, had that and one, that just athletic, just kind of loop around foul and one, just kind of was able to throw it up on the glass and able to get it in. It's been very impressive to watch him just kind of continue to build, and he's only going to get better. He's only going to get more comfortable. He's only going to get more confident. The defense that he gave Jaylen Brown was impressive. I mean, he was physical with him, stayed with them, made them work. Even the makes, because he obviously he wasn't like on them all game, but like the sample size that we got with him had him have a couple misses for a guy that was like lights out that game. And even the two shots that he made on Adou Thiero were just really tough shots. Like they were. You just tip your cap to him, right? It's just like, hey, good job, man, right? Like it was just one of those things. Like it was very impressive. And again, he's only going to get more comfortable on the defense side. He's only going to understand the defensive positioning and awareness and stuff. But his hustle, his offensive rebounding, his ability to handle the basketball and all this stuff. Like we haven't gotten to see him take threes yet, right? So it's kind of like, hopefully he's not even a thought right now for Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic and LeBron James and guys like that, right? I mentioned in an Adou Thiero video that I talked about where there was a sequence in that Celtics game where Austin Reeves had the ball, like, basically at the logo, and you had DeAndre Ayton kind of like, flash up, and Adou Thiero cut towards the basket, and he was like wide open, right? And Austin Reeves didn't recognize it, right? Again, he's getting into the action that is DeAndre Ayton, but comes with like, hey, like having Adou Thiero on your radar. But again, that'll come with reps and opportunity. Like, hey, I need to keep an eye out for Adou Thiero because he's always leaking and teams aren't thinking about him and sagging off of him and all that stuff, right? So, but he had a sequence where he's like wide open. It's like, dude, just like throw it at the rim and let him go up and get it, right? Like, you could have even probably dumped it down to him and he could have finished. And he's done a great job. I mean, finishing through contact, right? Like he's done a great job about that. So to me, he's a guy that is impressive, starting to get some opportunities, including over Jarred Vanderbilt. Now, I still would play Jarred. Like I've talked about, I would play Jarred Vanderbilt and Adou Thiero. Those two guys are everything we need. I've talked about. I talked about it before Adou Thiero started getting minutes. Like, you know what we could use? Like, even if Adou Thiero can't shoot the three or anything like that, you know what we could really use? Another Jarred Vanderbilt, right? Just a bigger, stronger, more athletic Jarred Vanderbilt is exactly what this team needs. Just the athleticism alone and his ability to offensive rebound and hustle and all that stuff. Imagine you had Jarred Vanderbilt out there and then, 4 or 5 minutes, whatever, after you pull him out and you throw in Adou Thiero. It's like, you just, like, that's exactly what you need. I mean, you could even run both on the wing. Right? Obviously, we need to see if Adou Thiero can knock down some threes. If he can knock down at like, at least a decent clip, right? Like, again, there's more arguments there. But look, Jarred Vanderbilt is already out of the rotation. Dude, Lakers literally, JJ Redick played everybody available on the roster, including all the two-way guys, except Jarred Vanderbilt. Jarred Vanderbilt's literally the only guy that didn't get it to play and the only guy that didn't get run out of everybody that's available. Jarred Vanderbilt's completely out of the rotation. I said it in the video where JJ explained why, and I said, I don't really buy it. I think there's more going on. I don't know if they're trading him. I don't know what. But I talked about this before. And I asked the question. It was more of just like a conversational piece of, does Adou Thiero make a Jarred Vanderbilt expendable? Right? Like, because before he was out of the rotation, stuff like that, it's like, man, Jarred Vanderbilt's everything we need. But if Adou Thiero kind of projects to be what he's expected to be, and especially immediately, one guy's going to be on a incredibly small contract for the next 4 years, while the other guy is making 10, 11 million a year that you could use the package to now go get a player in a piece. And now I think it's yes, right? Like, even if Adou Thiero wasn't showing the signs that he's showing, I still think you're probably trading Jarred Vanderbilt. So I think, but now Adou Thiero essentially, any hope in my opinion, of Jarred Vanderbilt getting back into the rotation or getting minutes, I think is completely gone now because of Adou Thiero, right? Like if Adou Thiero had struggles and it was like, okay, like he's still a year or two away from actually like having any type of impact, right? I think Jarred Vanderbilt might have gotten some opportunities. But the fact that Adou Thiero looks like, oh, he can give us everything Jarred Vanderbilt does, but bigger, stronger, and more athletic, and potentially, I mean, it can't be much worse offensively. And Adou Thiero's more comfortable handling the basketball. He's more comfortable taking guys off the dribble. He isn't turning the ball over like Jarred Vanderbilt was. He's, you know, again, we just need to see the three ball. And it's just like, how do you justify playing Jarred Vanderbilt now over Adou Thiero, right? I wouldn't have been shocked if that was kind of JJ's thing of like, hey, let's throw Adou Thiero out there, throw him to the Wolves, let's see what he can do and see if like, yeah, this is the end of Jarred Vanderbilt or not. And I think Adou Thiero did it. Again, he was great in that Toronto game, an offensive rebound, a steal, getting out in transition, had the and one, all that, and then was rewarded by being the first reserve off the bench. And he was, again, hustle plays, doing the dirty work, right? Like disrupting past lanes, just being physical, playing defense. Got a little foul trouble, but that's fine. Again, he was mostly defending Jaylen Brown and stuff like that, and Derek White. Like, I'd rather a guy be overly aggressive and too physical than not physical enough, right? Like, I'd rather a guy get into foul trouble than, you know, just be too passive and letting guys blow by you and stuff like that, right? Like, be aggressive, be physical, right? Like, put it on the ref, make the refs call. Good call, ref. Like, let's go. Like, let's do it again. Right? Like, I'd rather that. But Adou Thiero, I thought, had the potential of making Jarred Vanderbilt expendable before, and I think now that's the case. I think Jarred Vanderbilt already was probably, just because he's not playing, expendable, but because of how Adou Thiero looks immediately. And again, he's only going to get more comfortable out there. He's only going to get more involved, right? Like once he's actually on our ball handlers' radar more and stuff because he's now in practices and getting reps and doing all that stuff, right? And actually maybe moves his way into the rotation. Again, Adou Thiero is everything this Lakers team needs and needs desperately, right? So I think you got to keep playing him, right? Like I'm not saying you have to play him 30 minutes a night, but you got to at least find, 14, 15 minutes, whatever, for him to get opportunities because he's a guy that's just been, again, he solves a lot for this team. And he makes now your ability to trade Jarred Vanderbilt much more digestible. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.